color map is your further action plan. I attached the color map for this corset in the appendix of our course for you to print it out. Please examine it carefully and you will see that in fact it is a layout of all fabric patches on the corset pieces. Now let us dive into the details of creating a color map. After you set your mind on a particular idea, you usually go to the store or through your stash and start choosing the fabric for your project. Finally, you have some fabrics of matching colors. The difference in thickness of selected fabrics is totally acceptable, as a corset itself is a thick and rigid garment. I chose 6 pieces of matching fabrics for my corset. Now you need to make a white flannel screen to see how well the colors match. The easiest way to do that is to cover a corkboard with white fabric, flannel, calico, or cotton. Pin the fabric to the back side of the board. There are only 2 conditions to follow. The fabric should be pristine white and not slippery, so please no satin, silk, chiffon, etc. Now we are ready to create a color map from our fabric. I believe it is both the most challenging and most interesting task. I need to cut my 6 types of fabric into squares and lay them on a white screen to create some kind of a visually appealing motif or pattern. The finished square patches should measure 3 by 3 centimeters. The seam allowance for each side is 0.7 centimeters. Therefore, I cut the fabric in 4.5 by 4.5 centimeter square patches. I will start with a large flower print fabric. I want to have a floral motif in my corset, so I place this fabric on the mat and I cut 3 strips using my rotary cutter. The strip width equals 4.5 centimeters and its length is 25 centimeters. First, I trim the fabric along the edge, trying to get closer to the flowers. I want to have as few plain blue squares as possible. Then I cut the printed fabric in 3 strips. The strip width is 4.5 centimeters and its length is about 25 centimeters. Well, 3 strips with floral print are ready. I did the same thing with the rest of the fabrics. Working with solid and multicolored fabric is easy. You just have to trim the edge. I place the multicolored fabric on the mat. Trim the edge to make it straight and cut 2 strips of the same width of 4.5 centimeters. The length of each strip is 50 centimeters, which means I use the whole width of the cloth. I place the printed blue fabric 50 centimeters wide on the mat. Trim the selvage edge and cut 2 strips 4.5 by 50 centimeters. I square up the blue fabric and cut 2 strips of the same size, 4.5 by 50 centimeters. A warning for those of you who work with a rotary cutter. Please always remember to close the tool before putting it down. If you need to cut something, you open the cutter and then close it again. Please take this safety tip seriously. The tool is extremely sharp, and it is forbidden to leave it open. No matter how experienced you are in sewing, safety should be your top priority. The green fabric turned out to be too thin, so I replaced it with a dark pink fabric. I had doubts with these colors before when I couldn't decide which one to choose, green or dark pink. I trim the edge and cut 2 strips of dark pink fabric, 4.5 by 50 centimeters. The last fabric is of light pink color, and again I cut 2 strips 4.5 by 50 centimeters. Remember to trim the selvage edge first. Once I finish cutting the strips, I lay them on the table. Mix and match and try to find the best color and pattern combination. At this stage, you need to make sure the selected colors work together and the overall pattern design looks nice. If you don't like some of the color choices you made, it is time you change them. Just remember, it is rather common when things don't go according to the initial plan. Well, I found the combination that I actually like. Now I have my squares of 4.5 by 4.5 centimeters. Now it is time to create the color map. First, you should cut the strips into the square patches, just 2 to 4 pieces of each color. You will combine the squares on the white screen to see how well they match. In other words, you will start working on your fabric pattern. Even though I liked the combination with the light pink color, after laying the squares on the screen, I decided not to use this fabric. I want you to know that using a white screen does not eliminate the possibility of a mistake. The chances of making a wrong choice are even higher when you look at large pieces of fabric and try to imagine the final pattern. Even if you stack the fabrics and look at their fold side, it will not give you a full picture. Sure, white screen is the best option here, but still, you might need to make some changes. Only after you found a well-balanced color scheme and have the final squares layout, you can use my color map or create your own. How is it done? I drew a square grid of the future fabric on the computer and colored each square according to the pattern. My patches measure 3 by 3 centimeters, so the grid squares are of the same size. If you are happy with this size, you can use my grid. Just transfer it onto the tracing paper and you are free to create your own design. Please remember that our corset consists of several pieces. It means you should think about smooth color transitions between the corset panels. If you follow my pattern and color map, I am sure that you will have an accurate transition not only between the panels, but the square sizes as well. Please take a look at the finished corset. You can see that the colors change smoothly between each piece, from the front to the back. Even in the princess seams, the squares match both in size and color. Besides, the colorful pattern and multiple seams made it hard to distinguish between the princess seams and patch stitching seams. I tried to create a symmetrical pattern on the corset front where the pink squares move gradually from the center front into the side front pieces. I wanted to see the large-scale print repeated on other panels as well. The same is true about the corset back. Here is what you should have.